49ers vs Colts score, Indianapolis weathers the storm, knocks off San Francisco on a rainy Sunday night. The 49ers looked oh so smooth out of the gate on Sunday night, defying inclement weather to take a quick 7-0 lead against the Colts at home. But they couldn't weather Indianapolis for the duration of their primetime matchup, with Jimmy Garoppolo and company slipping and sliding in the rain to the tune of 4 turnovers. On the flip side, Carson Wentz didn't always look pretty, but with 3 total touchdowns, some gritty crunch time runs, and a couple doses of help from Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr., he helped the Colts secure a much-needed 30-18 victory, the team's 3rd win in 4 weeks. Here are some takeaways from Sunday night's Colts-49ers showdown. Why the Colts won. On a sloppy, slippery night, they won the turnover battle, and that's what mattered most. From Darius Leonard's punch to force a fumble of Deebo Samuel to Xavier Rhodes outmuscling Samuel on a risky Jimmy Garoppolo throw, the Colts stayed feisty on defense despite a solid start and late push from San Francisco. Wentz deserves just as much credit for the win, though, overcoming a series of off-target and/or inexplicable passes to deliver in crunch time with both his arm and legs. He nearly afforded the 49ers 3 or 4 picks, but he also fought for yards on several key runs and hit Pittman Jr. on a handful of big plays, including a game-sealing touchdown with just over 2 minutes to play. Taylor was also a steady threat after an early fumble, averaging nearly 6 yards per carry as the undisputed RB1. Why the 49ers lost. Kyle Shanahan's offense refused to overcome itself. The rain certainly didn't help, but boy was discipline a problem for this bunch, which lost 122 yards due to 7 penalties. Some of the biggest calls that went against them came on defense, where corners were lured into pass interference on underthrown deep balls. But they also set back Garoppolo and company on several key downs. Speaking of Jimmy, he had a few nice touch passes in the second half to threaten a comeback, but was sloppy as a whole, tossing 2 picks into at least double coverage, fumbling another ball and struggling to hit anyone other than Samuel. Early on, Elijah Mitchell looked capable of carrying the offense, but his impact was minimized as the game wore on. The 49ers were only down 5 when they got the ball back with 7 minutes left in the game. Samuel set the offense up nicely with a 27-yard kick return to the 31-yard line. 3 plays into the series, however, Garoppolo tried to force one to Samuel along the left sideline, and Rhodes got physical to snatch the ball and take it all the way to the house. Replay revealed that he had stepped out shortly after nabbing the pick, but still, the interception was a backbreaker, paving the way for the Colts' final touchdown play of the game. Rhodes' pick might have been it had he stayed inbounds and taken it the distance, but his teammate, Pittman Jr., deserves love for going up and plucking Wentz's late deep ball out of the air, then pushing his way into the end zone for the final score.